We have a major New York Yankees update as a previous Yankee who was thought to be going elsewhere in free agency is now once again linked back to the New York Yankees due to some recent signings elsewhere and some recent moves by the New York Yankees. We're going to be talking about who this player is, as well as what Brian Cashman had to say about the topic and everything leading up to this point here in this video. Before we get into it, though, we know since 70% of you guys watching right now are not subscribed to the channel. If you're looking for a spot to get all of your New York Yankees news, you're in the right spot. Hit the sub button, join me here on the channel. We're covering everything New York Yankees here, and with a lot more signings to come for the New York Yankees, you're not going to want to miss what news we have to bring you here on the channel. But without any further ado, let's get into this topic. Let's get into this pretty shocking update, to be frankly honest with you. One that not a lot of people thought we would see a reunion with. Anthony Rizzo is once again linked to the New York Yankees in free agency, according to Brian Cashman. And I will first pull up the quote that we have here from him, going over what he said on the topic. He says, "I have had conversations with his agent, Mark Polak. Rizzo loved being here. I can't close the door on any free agent. I'll let the winter play out. We have choices now with Cody Import and Ben being here. But I know Rizzo also is very highly respected in our clubhouse, so let's wait and see how everything transpires." So a very big update from Brian Cashman, where we really thought that we would not see Anthony Rizzo back with the club. It really did seem like at the beginning of the winter and beginning of the free agency season, we expected the Yankees to go out and really get a first baseman as one of their main priorities. But yet we have been still missing out on the first baseman. We've been linked to so many, and we have not really seen any progression with any. Of course, Cody Bellinger traded to the New York Yankees, but it does appear that his plan and what Brian Cashman said his plan will be is to play him in the outfield, but there's always an option for first base, so we can definitely see him there every couple games perhaps, but it doesn't seem like that is going to be his main position with the New York Yankees. But with our first screenshot here as well, this is another one that we are looking at where we see a lot of people linked to the Yankees. The Yankees have other options at first. They've been linked to free agents like Pete Alonso, Christian Walker, who just as of the time of the recording is signed with the the Houston Astros. So that is off the table, it appears, as well as potential trades for Josh Naylor or Nathaniel Lowe. They also just acquired Cody Bellinger, who could also fill the hole at first base. So, of course, the Yankees have been linked to just about every free agent possible in this season, as well as many other first basemen via trade, via free agency. But that doesn't stop the Yankees from really going out and looking at every single option, and that's where Anthony Rizzo comes back into play. Of course, after last season, we really saw a struggling Anthony Rizzo after some pretty brutal injuries. Really wasn't the same and ultimately was not going to be a candidate to re-sign with the Yankees this year. However, looking at things and looking at, of course, this sign that happened moments ago, Christian Walker and the Astros are progressing towards a $60 million 3-year deal. Bob Nightingale first with the terms. John Heyman tweeted, now official, I guess, as the time of recording this video. It does appear that the Yankees are going to have to go elsewhere. Christian Walker was one of their top targets. Christian Walker being one of their top targets really, limiting a lot of what they want to do. So that goes down to Josh Naylor, Paul Goldschmidt, Carlos Santana, a few other options that they've been linked to loosely. But Christian Walker was really that guy that we saw the Yankees being linked to. And now that we're seeing this gone, now that we're seeing the possibilities of, really anybody, Arenado, Anthony Rizzo, so many other first basemen or other positional players that can play first base and have been interested in playing first base, the Yankees seem to be kind of avoiding the top targets right now and going for some of these guys that they think would help the Yankees most, which, of course, is the correct option to do. You're not going to go for namesake. You're not going to go for name value. You're looking for the player that is going to help the New York Yankees the most. And is that Anthony Rizzo at this point? Is it Nolan Arenado? Is it Nathaniel Lowe? Is it really any of the other guys I just mentioned? The Yankees are going to have to evaluate that from inside the clubhouse. We can only take guesses as fans, but looking from the outside in, there are some people we can lean towards, but really looking at the internals, the advanced analytics, of course, we know MLB loves that nowadays. That will really be the biggest thing of who this first baseman will be for the New York Yankees. And I did want to pull up once again Anthony Rizzo's stats over his New York Yankees career, and we saw some really good seasons from him. We saw some pretty bad ones as well, and a lot of those due to injury and whatnot, just some struggling times, as well as just a loaded lineup where he may not be in the lineup every single night. But ultimately, from what we've seen over the past 2 seasons from Anthony Rizzo, a few games missed and a struggling few seasons. 244 in 2023 and last year 228. Of course, we can't forget the injury that happened with the neck and really did not seem the same after that, which was a big piece of why Anthony Rizzo may not be signed with the Yankees, or why he wasn't immediately signed with the Yankees upon becoming a free agent. And, there still is that thought of, is that injury going to linger? Is that injury going to affect whatever he has in the future? At least now we have a full offseason to be able to work with, work with him, work with doctors, and see what's happening if he's feeling fine. And of course, I think that's what the Yankees are really hoping towards. They're going to have the internal insight, as you've seen there from Brian Cashman. They've been in contact with himself. They've been in contact with his agent. And really the fact that he enjoyed playing with the Yankees loved him inside the clubhouse and the fans, that gives him kind of that upper hand being with the Yankees and potentially re-signing with the Yankees. So having the Yankees have this inside knowledge of his injury history, I guess, or whatever is going to happen with his injury history from last season, this is going to be a big bonus for the Yankees in this side of things. But looking at the first baseman as well for the New York Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera, Cody Bellinger, and DJ LeMahieu are the only ones right now on the MLB.com depth chart for the New York Yankees at first base. So, looking at these names right here, Cody Bellinger is really the only one I think I would trust right now on first base playing there every day. But the fact that Brian Cashman has said that he's going to be not playing just center field, that was a report that he was going to be already told he was playing there. He's going to be playing left, center, first, maybe right if Judge is out a day or so. There's going to be a lot of options for Cody Bellinger, and I don't think they want to limit him to first base, even though he's played there quite a bit with the Cubs, and he's also played in the outfield quite a bit with the Cubs and Dodgers. So having that liberty, having that freedom is going to give the opportunity for the Yankees to be able to sign a guy like Anthony Rizzo, who, although may not be able to play every single day, it gives the option of Cody Bellinger being able to slot in at first base, maybe Oswaldo Cabrera being able to slot in at first base a game here or there. It really does just give the freedom, although I'm sure the Yankees would want that security, having someone there every day, an everyday first baseman at first base, whether that be Nolan Arenado, who we'll have a video on again in the coming days, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But that is another option that I'm a pretty big fan of at first base, although I do believe the Yankees want to add/keep another left-handed bat at first base, especially Anthony Rizzo. Left-handed bats are pretty tough to come by when you get a very good hitter, although acquiring one in Cody Bellinger certainly could be the replacement they're looking for, and giving the freedom of being able to move in and out of the lineup, as I mentioned, is another big part the Yankees are thinking of, and Rizzo would kind of fit that memo for what they're looking to do with the freedom of having anybody play anywhere. That's a very nice thing to have as well in the MLB nowadays, with so many different, as I mentioned, advanced analytics, so many different types of hitters, speed, power, contact, whatever you want to kind of judge it off of, and being able to go in and out of who you're pitching and whatnot. And going on to our final screenshot here, I think this is one that we really need to stay vigilant of, and the Yankees, I'm sure, are going to stay very vigilant of. This was tweeted out about halfway through last season, so this is not the final stats, but this is a very good idea of really why Anthony Rizzo was not signed immediately by the Yankees upon being a free agent. Anthony Rizzo, before the Tatis injury incident and the neck injuries, which it was, 98 at-bats, 326 average, 19 RBI, 6 home runs, and then after the neck injury, 119 ABs, 164 average, 7 RBIs, and 0 home runs. Whether this was a concussion, the repercussions of a neck injury, so back movement, everything being kind of limited, it really did affect Anthony Rizzo, and ultimately it did seem like he came back a bit early, although the Yankees wanted him to come back, and it really probably should have taken quite some time off, especially with a neck injury. I don't want to say that, the doctors messed it up or anything, because the doctors are doctors. They're very, very good at their job, although some training staffs are better than the other. I will say that. It doesn't seem like Rizzo was the same after that. And hopefully we see him bounce back to the early season of last season beforehand. And hopefully we do see him come back to full health with next season. He is 36 years old, so the odds of that, I won't want to say are great. However, Anthony Rizzo's a guy. He's a dog. Let's just say that. He's a dog. He wants to play baseball. He wants to play with a good team, and he likes to play the game. So he will do whatever he can in his power to get back onto the field, and hopefully if he does come back, he's fully healthy. It is with the New York Yankees. So let me know what you think about Anthony Rizzo. Once again, this is not really a signing that we all expected to see at this point, or a linking to a signing, I should say. That's not officially done, but when the Yankees kind of go through their options, if they do seem like Anthony Rizzo is the best option, at least for maybe a backup, maybe for a few games here or there, I do like the thought of Anthony Rizzo. I'm sure many teams probably won't be going after him because of that injury history, because of his age, and really everything piling on top of each other, but it could be a very sneaky signing for the New York Yankees. So let me know what you think about it. Do you think we got any other first baseman now that Christian Walker is out of the way? Think about Cody Bellinger. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I got in this video, though. If you did enjoy it, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. And remember, a lot more New York Yankees news is coming out over the next few days and weeks. The Yankees are not done yet in free agency, and you won't want to miss what updates we have to bring you. But that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.